Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Audi Wesley Chapel, and we have a very special car that's been changed for 2020. This is a Audi S6. So let's talk a little bit about Audi. Audi's been around for so many decades. What I love about Audi when it comes to their German engineering is, guess what? They make it happen on the racetracks. They've won the 24 Hours of Le Mans endurance races a ton of times, different sports car endurance races, and they take all that technology and bring it into the car. Not only are you getting the racing technology side of things, but you're also gonna get safety and also luxury. Now, if you don't know much about Audi with their particular names and styles of cars, it all starts at A. So this car is technically an A6. Now, if you notice at the start of the video, I said that this is an S6. So S definitely stands for sport, taking that sport heritage, that racing heritage, bringing it in to the car, not only from an exterior standpoint, wheels, tires, handling, but also performance under the hood. Now, the big debate, the big controversy, the big talk of the town with this particular 2020 S6 is no longer is there a V8. We're now talking about turbocharged V6 power. So something to think about while we're watching this, and I can't wait to get it out on the road and share it with you. But let's go ahead, dive into the 2020 S6. Right off the bat, I love the proportions, the size, not too big like maybe an A7, but not too small either. It's right in that sweet spot. You can see the full LED headlight design. One thing that's unique about these headlights is that they are brand specific to Audi. The styling, you see this style, you know it's an Audi. Like the little bit of silver inside, the shape to it looks great. You come down, you have functional venting, which is important, especially on an S. I like the way it's this flat black, looks clean, looks great. Little bit of silver, adding some extra accent. We come across the iconic open grille design by Audi. They're the ones that started first. You have your four rings. That's all about the auto union, the four German brands that came together. Of course, you're gonna have forward-facing camera, rear-facing camera, cameras everywhere on this S6. Like the badge, a little bit of red, pops nice with the white. Horizontal slots. It's got the shiny chrome stuff on it, but it looks super clean. We get up onto the hood. You can see the body lines, very simple, but very sharp. That curve and go towards that A-pillar and just blend right in with the fender. Looks amazing. Now, when we come across around the bend here, we're gonna see some S goodies. 21-inch wheels, flat silver, love the design. Look at these guys here. 6 piston calipers with the S badging. That's gonna stop this S6 on a Euro and give everybody some change back. If you notice, it's a nice 2-piece rotor that's gonna help dissipate heat. Of course, it's fully ventilated, but definitely has the business end when it comes to ultimate braking for this S6. We keep working our way down. I like the silver mirror caps, very classy, very tasteful. LED lighting. The wonderful thing about this car is that this isn't it. They actually have an RS6, which is even more power, more performance, more styling, and of course that RS6 Avant wagon coming soon. I can't wait to bring that to you. But you have shiny chrome only on the bottom, which I think is smart. A little bit of gloss black. I do like the very strong body line here. The one thing that this is missing is a little bit of a sill extension. It is an S car. I would like to see just a little bit sill extension, but other than that, everything is so sharp. The lines are so sharp and crisp. We keep working our way back, that rear quarter window. We get to the back of the vehicle. You're gonna have the S6 badge, full LED lighting, the silver chrome trim. I like the way it integrates nicely into those taillights. We drop down, we got real exhaust, guys. Real exhaust tips, quad exhaust. I'm zonking the diffuser. First of all, it's a little on the small side. And if you notice, you have nice remote opening of the trunk, which is great. You just take your foot or your hand, rub it under there, and there you go. Look, now it closes. Thank you, Audi S6, I appreciate that. But I'm zonking this fake looking vent here, and I wish the diffuser was just a little larger, and I would like a little bit bigger trunkless spoiler. There's a little bit here, just a little bit more, but obviously that would be on the RS6. But why don't we get to the best part? Let's pop open that hood and see what's replaced the V8. All right, guys, we got the hood popped. First off, I love that engine cover. Silver, some red, you got the Audi badge, you got the V6 badge. You're looking at a 2.9 liter V6 turbocharged engine, 444 horsepower, 443 pound-feet of torque. Remember, that 4-liter V8 is gone. The great news is with this setup, you do have that mild hybrid setup with an electric supercharger. So that is what's separating the RS5 engine from the engine in this S6. All made it through an 8-speed automatic transmission. And of course, you're gonna have the all-wheel drive, the Quattro system, getting the power to the ground. You have a limited slip differential. You have the dynamic all-wheel steering, the sport exhaust, the larger calipers, adaptive suspension, and an Audi Quattro Sport LSD rear diff as well. The vehicle weighs 4,486 pounds, 0 to 60 in about 4.3 seconds. This is what performance is all about at Audi, really taking it to a new level. I think many people are not gonna miss that V8 once they press on the gas pedal, because you're actually getting more torque out of this setup. But why don't we go ahead, fire it up, see what it sounds like. All right, guys, we're in the Audi S6. This thing is classy, but it also has the sportiness to it. And what I really love is this dark red interior. I think sets it off. Now, I know you're probably saying, well, Joe, I'm also liking the S6 as well. How much is this particular one? This one, the way it's optioned, you're looking at an MSRP of $81,000. Let's see what you get for the money. Now, to the door panels, I love what's going on. You have some nice dark wood material, the Alcantara, the silver, and that red leather with the stitch work brings it to a new level. You have the optional Bang & Olufsen 3D sound system and a smaller pocket, but still usable for some Twinkies, and a nice bottle of water to wash it down, or a bottle of milk to wash it down as you're cruising down the Autobahn. Inside the S6, I like the placement of the dash. Very smart, very far forward, very flat, wonderful material, the stitch work, the wood. My only gripe and zonk is all this gloss black. A lot of gloss black, but the great news is you're gonna get two 10-inch infotainment system screens. You go into vehicle settings, you could get into your Audi Drive select modes, dynamic, auto, comfort. You can see we're in dynamic, so of course we're gonna have the racing curb because we're on a racetrack. You could also raise and lower your Audi S6 as well. Navigation, of course we got you covered there. Nice setup, super clean. We go back home. Everything else is so easily workable in here. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, slides very nicely. You drop down, you're gonna have all your AC controls, heated seats, but no ventilated seats. So that's a zonk for me. You also could go into your drive select modes here. And if you hit this guy right here, we got cameras. We got tons of cameras. You want cameras? We got cameras. You want 3D cameras? Here we are at Audi of Wesley Chapel, 3D. Let's look around, see if anybody's creeping on us. No, we're good. You slide it back. We'll go back to other camera shots. And what's great is it's super clean, very crisp, almost like watching TV at home. We get back to the AC controls. It may seem complicated. At first I was like, whoa, a little too much. It's actually quite easy to use and understand. You got your start stop button surrounded by red. I love the nice, wonderful red leather with the stitch work. You got a little tiny cargo net down there for an emergency Twinkie, in case you run out and you're getting hangry. My zonk for the center console is this. 2 cup holders and a 12 volt, but it'd be nice if there was a lid, really make it extra classy. The wood trim is great. This is controlling that 8-speed automatic. Armrest is on the harder side. It's like a old German scone, kind of hard. You lift it up though, you got wireless charging and a place to put your girlfriend's class ring from when you graduated high school so it doesn't get scratched up. Nice leather. These seats look, they're right out of a race car. Love the stitch work, the S badge, the color. You have your hammies extension, and of course, full electric assist for passenger and driver. We look up, there's your pretty much standard size sunroof. And that was one thing on the outside I wanted to zonk, is it should have a totally black roof. It look a lot cleaner, a lot sexier. The good news is plenty of headroom in here. Shoulder room, the seats are comfy and supportive. Get on over here though, I want to show you behind the wheel of this Audi S6. All right guys, business end. You do have 2 memory settings for the driver. I love this Alcantara, I love touching it. It's like petting a kitty cat. Seats though, perfectly placed controls. You can see you got a little bit more bolstering than your A6. I like the way the dead pedal has the brushed aluminum, brake pedal, and throttle. And this steering wheel is awesome. I wish it was flat bottom. That is a zonk, even on the S trim, but I like the S badge. The horn button is very classy. Easy to understand controls. These guys is where we get another zonk. The paddles on the Audis are so small. They're plastic. Now, they did attempt to make these look a little classier by adding the silver plastic, but they should be metal and they should be a lot larger. Thickness of the wheel is spot on the money, and what is amazing is that virtual cockpit. 12-inch display, clear as day. You could go into your different views. Look at this. There's your tachometer. Really, really amazing. The technology in this thing is just mind-blowing. Look at this. You go through, switch it up 20 different ways from Sunday, and that's the technology that you're gonna get with your Audi, is that awesome virtual cockpit. But why don't we check out the back seat, see how your passengers are gonna be loving as you're carving the corners like Thanksgiving Day turkey. All right, guys, backseat time. You know what's wonderful about this S6 is you're gonna get tons of room. And yes, you could go bigger with an S7, but you're getting plenty of room in this S6. I love the backs of the seats, that wonderful red leather. Don't understand this. I don't know why we're putting cargo nets. I guess it's to save weight, but I'm zonking it because it just looks cheap. I do like the AC controls back here. You have heated seats, 2 USBs, and a 12-volt. Seats are great. I got plenty of headroom. The only thing I'm missing is a panoramic sunroof, which I'm sure is an option, but at $81,000, I think we'd all agree a little bit more glass would go a long way. Also with the S6, you have, I'll have Tom show you on that side, also air vents in the pillars there as well, which is great. So you're actually getting 2 sets of AC vents, even though this isn't the largest of the Audi models. We're gonna go ahead, let me undo the seatbelt here, pull this down, same hard armrest. This is like a German pastry that's been sitting out in the sun for about a month. Good news is you open it up, you got a place for your peanuts or your M&Ms, and they're not gonna get scratched. The M's will stay on each M&M in this container. And then what is this? Cup holder, nicely placed. Close it up, put it back. Let me make sure I buckle it because I want to put everything back exactly the way I found it. But why don't we go ahead, check out the trunk area and see how usable this S6 is. All right, guys, let's see what kind of junk we can put in the trunk. Push the button. Of course, you're gonna get electric assist. It's a little tight on the opening, but once you get it in, those seats are gonna do the 60-40 split. You got a nice cargo thing that back here, cargo net to trap your cans of Campbell's soup. We got a little cubby over there for some ding dong boxes or little Debbie snacks. What's underneath? Let's find out. You do have a spare, look at that. So don't worry about a can of flat fix and a prayer and a wish that you're gonna get home. You're actually gonna get a spare that you could have on the car so that you make it to your destination no matter what. We close it up. If you're ready, let's take this S6 because I'm ready for a spin. All right, guys, we're leaving Audi Wesley Chapel. We're in the 2020 S6, all new engine. Let's see how we go. On throttle, drops down, we are off. Decent sound coming into the cabin, but I'm telling you right now, acceleration is not an issue with this S6 one bit. Visibility out the front windshield is great. I almost feel like I'm sitting on the front axle. It's an interesting perspective, the way that I have the seat position and the way the steering wheel is in the dash. Visibility out the back window is a piece of cake. Side mirrors look great, and they look sexy too with the nice brushed aluminum mirror caps on them. I have the car in dynamic mode. We're gonna leave it in automatic and see how that 8-speed shifts up and down the row of gears. Great leather on the steering wheel. Everything in here makes sense. It's super accessible, easy to figure out, and just has the perfect balance to me of luxury, performance, and great styling. But on throttle, here we go. First roundabout coming up. Remember, we got that Quattro system that's going to keep us planted here. Very nice. Good input from the steering as we power out. I'm telling you right now, these automatic transmissions, they know exactly what to do, when to do it, how to do it. I'm not even using the paddles. But very, very smooth. Look at this. Into this. Stays planted. Those 21-inch wheels. Power out. I'm digging the sound. Once you get on full song, the sound is nice. It's just deep enough. Nothing too obnoxious. Look at this. Wow, wow, wow. The car lets you dance with it. There's, you know, when you're driving at speed, you want the car to move around a little bit. I know that sounds crazy, but you want it to move around so that you could square off the corner. It also allows you to feel better what the car's doing. So this thing does it to a T. All right, guys, let's see how we go through this roundabout on throttle. Boy, I'm telling you, with that hybrid power, the turbocharger, the whole shabam, whoa, 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 unbelievable. Look at this, here we go. Nice, power out, super smooth. I'm digging the sound, that's what's great about it. Look at this. Stays nice and level too, and then when you get on the binders, look at this. The brakes are phenomenal. Stop on a Euro, I was not lying one bit. Making a U-turn is a piece of cake. On throttle, drops down. Just gonna leave it in automatic mode. I'm not even gonna use the paddles. That's how good this transmission is. On the brakes, feeling good. Tip it in, look at this. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Nice. Coming out on full throttle, on the brakes. Coming down to Chinatown, here we go. Look at this, wow, wow, wow. Back on throttle. Feeling good, feeling fine. On the brakes. Nice, look at this, wow. This is what Audi is all about. This is the performance that they bring. And like I said, it's from all of those championships they've won. 24 Hours Le Mans, you know what it takes to win the 24 Hours Le Mans? You gotta have the performance, but then you also have to have all that reliability and everything. They get it done, and it shows in this car. But hopefully, I'm praying this gave you a nice overall feel of what the A6 is all about. We're gonna wrap this one up and get back to Audi of Wesley Chapel, so I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, another amazing day here at Audi of Wesley Chapel. Definitely gotta thank Mike, Adam, Chris, and the rest of the crew. What can we say? Audi is doing things with their sedans that just is mind-blowing and really separates them from the BMWs and the Mercedes-Benz and the other non-German brands out there when it comes to luxury and performance. If it's cars like these you want to keep seeing on the channel, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit the subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Ladies Rise family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description. Get yourself some Ladies Rise merch. Got to give it up to Big Guns McGee, Tom Moschner. He's loving these S models and RS models. He's loving Audi just as much as I am. So thank you, Tom, for sharing the love. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.